There are days when I just come on here and I don't know what to say. I'm looking straight at you, no idea what I'm gonna say. Today is one of those days. Hello everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa, and I'm very excited for today because we're moving on to fall territory. Summer came and went, we were all stuck inside. Guatemala doesn't really have seasons, so it's just been raining a lot. I don't know what to tell you. In probably North America, you guys are transitioning into fall. And I want to hop on that train because I love fall. I love fall makeup specifically. It's just warm tones all around, give them to me. And today, again, I thought I'd do another shop my stash video. I haven't really bought any makeup products throughout the whole pandemic, partly because I, live in Guatemala and not a lot of places ship to me, and I haven't really traveled, so haven't bought any new things. And I think that's great because I have a lot of makeup that I don't really use. I haven't really been using makeup, and I just wanted to shop my stash, see what I haven't used in such a long time, and create a fall look with that. If you want to see a fun fall makeup with products that I haven't used in a while, let's get started. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I did find some inspiration on Pinterest, some looks that I'd love to try and stuff. So I'm kind of gonna base my look off of that. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna just build it up as I go. I'm gonna just prime a little bit with a Milani eyeshadow primer. Really like this, it's very affordable. Hadn't used it in a while, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of this onto my lids. So I have two main products that I want to use for my eyeshadow. The first one is the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I haven't used this in so long, and the colors are just fall through and through. I really like this palette. I truly haven't really used it much, and I feel a little guilty about that. So I thought I'd bring it out today. And I also want to use this Rituel the Fille. This is the Ash and Ember eye suit, and this is in Viscera. Again, it's such a pretty color. I've had a really hard time using these in the past, so I just thought I'd revisit them and try some new techniques to see if it works out for me. I'm starting off with the Naked Heat palette, and I'm just gonna do a slight transition. I'm using Sauced, this one right here, and I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy blending brush onto my outer corner and my crease. And I'm really just concentrating the color to the outer corner because that is where I want the most intensity. And with that same brush, I'm just gonna run this along the outer third of my lower lash line. And now, because I am gonna go in with this like super pigmented color in the crease later, I want to go in with a color that complements that from this palette. So I'm gonna go with En Fuego, this one right here, and a super tiny brush, and I'm just gonna grab the slightest bit of this, like super tiny amount, and use it again where I apply that transition shade, just a little bit more concentrated to the lash line. And again, running this on the outer half of my lower lashes. And now it is time to go in with the Ash and Amber eye suit in Viscera. This is very pigmented. They recommend you use your fingers, but since I want it to be very precise, I'm gonna use a synthetic brush for this. And again, I'm applying it directly where I applied the other two colors. It is very important that you go in with tapping motions instead of like blending motions, because if you just blend, it's gonna blend away. So tapping is the way to go. And again, layering as much as you feel like you need to. This is definitely a little bit hard to blend, especially like on my crease because of the formula. It's a very weird formula. I think I still have to play with it a lot more, but I really like it. I like the color, and I think it is very fall. I want it to be a little bit more shimmery, so I think I'm gonna layer Scorched, this one right here. And I'm just gonna add a little bit to my finger and just tap it here. To not leave this, what is the name of this? The lid empty. I'm gonna go in with Chaser, which is this shade right here. And I'm just gonna apply it wherever there's no shadow. And that's also gonna help me like blend the edges. I really like the Urban Decay Naked Heat. I think these shadows are really nice. They're not my favorite shadow formula, but they're a really, really good shadow formula. I love the colors. It's honestly a palette that I could use in so many different ways. I definitely need to reach for it more. For eyeliner, I have this Dose of Colors Teddy eyeliner. So I think I'm gonna do it all on my tight line just to amplify the color a little bit more, and only on the outer corner of the lower lash line wherever I took that dark shadow. Okay, so this eyeliner is very nice. It's very subtle, so don't think it's gonna do much for my tight line, but it was very easy to use. Despite it not really working to darken up my lashes, I think it blended in perfectly. There wasn't a lot of tugging on my eyes, which was great. For mascara, I'm using the Ilia After Midnight Limitless Lash Mascara. They have a new packaging now for this mascara, but I bought this last year and I haven't used it. I think I've only used it once. I think it's such a cool mascara. The wand is really cool. I've heard many people talking about this, and I'm just excited to use it more and layer it up, so let's do it. So there's definitely a learning curve with this wand because it has on one side super long combs and on the other side it's just like a regular mascara, and it's also quite dry, which I prefer. I love dry mascaras, and I think this gave my lashes a lot of length. Not a ton of volume, but I like that. It was easy to layer. I think this could be a super natural mascara, like a natural looking mascara, or you can build it up for looks like this. I really enjoy it. I'm definitely gonna reach for this more now. I just want to add a little bit of an inner corner to my eyes. I'm using ounce with my finger. For my base, I definitely want to go a little bit more full coverage simply because we're doing a little bit more glam. So for primer, I'm using my Milk Makeup Blur Primer. I haven't used this in a while. I really like it a lot, so I'm glad I'm using it again. I currently have a lot of breakouts on my skin, so I think this is really nice for that. It doesn't hide them or anything, but it really flattens them down. I wouldn't say like it's super mattifying and stuff, but I really like it to smooth any fine lines and hide my blemishes well. For foundation, I'm using something that I haven't used in so long. I checked, it doesn't smell bad, doesn't smell funky, so it's not a red flag for me, but I've had it for a long time. This is a Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. This is a gel foundation. It's in the shade Light Beige. I have so little of this left because I used to love this so much. I don't know why I stopped using this. I used to love this stuff. I hope I still do. Dude, and this foundation, so nice. Medium buildable coverage. Spreads out super nicely. This is giving me the healthiest glow. It isn't dewy per se, but it looks amazing on my skin. Oh my god, I could add a little bit more if I wanted more coverage, but I think I'm gonna just do that with my concealer. This is something I would definitely repurchase. Oh my god, I forgot how much I loved it. For concealer, I'm using two. I'm mixing the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer in 2W and the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in Light 16. I haven't loved this Laura Mercier concealer in the past. I don't know why. It just hasn't worked on my skin, but I just hear everyone rave about it. So I want to give it another chance. Maybe if I mix it with something else, it's gonna work for me. The Colourpop one I really like. It's more of a matte finish, but it is too light right now. So I'm going into the sponge for the edges. I can't help but feel like my under eyes are looking a little bit textured. There's just something about the Laura Mercier concealer that doesn't agree with my skin, which is a bummer because everyone loves it. Okay, now that our base is on, I'm definitely gonna powder. And I don't really have anything new. I'm just using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. You guys know I love this. For bronzer, I grabbed my Lilah B Sunkissed Bronzed Beauty Bronzer. I feel like I've used this once or twice. I don't know if I've ever used it on camera, and I really want to, so gonna grab my trusty big bronzing brush and applying them wherever I apply bronzer usually. I thought I was gonna hate the shimmer on this, but it is very micro. Like I only used this when I was wearing very, very little makeup, but I feel like it also works with fuller glam, you know, because it gives my cheeks that like healthy flush, but it doesn't look ugly. You know, it doesn't look like I'm wearing a shimmery bronzer. Now for blush, I want to go back to one of my favorite drugstore blushes. This is a Flower Pots powder blush in Peach Primrose. This is so pretty. You guys know I love a peachy blush. Still love this. Such a nice formula. Blends in. Very pretty. Love the color. Flower just makes really, really nice blushes. And then lastly, for my highlighter, I am going to use my Glossier Haloscope in Quartz. Haven't reached for this in so long, and I have a lot of it left, and I really want to, you know, start using it up more. So I'm gonna go in with my finger and just apply it to the high points of my cheeks. And I find that this works well with powder underneath it, so I have nothing to worry about. For my brows, I'm using the Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio Brow Tint Pen that I just talked about in my recent video. It's one of these like felt tip markers. I'm just gonna lightly run this along my brows, and then I'm gonna set them with a brow gel. See, I love this because it's just so easy to use. I never go overboard with it. Another thing that I haven't used in so long and I used to love is the Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel. This one's in deep. This one is really, really pigmented. I could have just gone in with this one and it would have filled in everything. So I'm gonna go in very lightly with it, and I'm gonna concentrate it mostly on the outer part of my brow. This is a really, really strong brow gel that is totally gonna hold your hairs in place. So if you don't want anything to move, this is really, really good for that. Last but not least, we have lips. And for lips, I have a few options. I have a nude option, which is the Dose of Colors My Main liquid lipstick. I really like this. This was in collaboration with Desi and Katie, and it's just such a cute, like brownie nude shade, and I love it. The formula is very comfy. I haven't used it in a while. And then I have some other, you know, more fall inspired looks that could go very, very well with the eyes. I have the Glossier Play Vanillic Lip High Shine Lacquer in Disco, which is this shade right here. I think it would look so, so pretty with the eye. I have the NYX Powder Puff Lippy Powder Lip Cream in Teacher's Pet, and I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna line my lips first with the Pat McGrath PermaGel Ultra Lip Pencil in Undone. Again, it's not something that has been stored in my stash forever and I just rediscovered, but I don't really have a lot of lip liners, so let's just overline and we'll move on to the lipstick in a second. I think I'm gonna do the Glossier one. It's looking a little bit too intense for my, for the eye, I feel like, right? Yeah, I'm not loving it. Let me just wipe this off and then we'll go in with the Nude. I like this a lot better. It looks so good with the eyes. It's such a good lipstick. It feels like nothing. It looks amazing on my lips. I think this is a very, very nice look for fall. It was a little bit hard using that eye suit, but it was cute. I liked it. Perhaps not for a super glam look. You can see it's not like completely blended over here. It was a little bit hard, but I really, really don't mind that. Again, mascara was so, so nice. The skin, oh my god, the foundation, winner. A winner through and through. So nice. It feels amazing on my skin. Very lightweight. The concealer, didn't like it. Didn't like the combo. Laura Mercier concealer doesn't work for me, but I really enjoy the rest. The cheeks are looking really, really nice. Very fresh and dewy. And again, the lip. I think it's such a nice lip color to use with any look because it's a nude. It is very, very comfortable. And the brows, man, I really, really like them. I forgot how good this brow gel was at like filling everything in and keeping it in place. For the most part, everything that I applied on my skin, loved it. I remember why it's in my collection and I will continue to love it. Some things like the concealer, probably gonna pass, but for the most part, this look was a success. And that brings us to the end of today's video, you guys. Let me know if you enjoy videos like this where I shop my stash and try things out that I haven't tried in a while. And let me know if you want to see more. I think it's really fun to rediscover things that I own that I haven't used, and I encourage you to do the same. If you enjoy super easy and real makeup and beauty content like what you saw today, then make sure to subscribe. I would love you forever, and you'd be getting super fun, easy videos every single week. So if you're into that, subscribe below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate you watching it through to the end. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got in the fall mood and got inspired to do some fall looks. I will see you in the next one, okay? Bye everybody. Mwah!